Welcome to Red River Exotics. This is our very first video. I apologize, I'm on crutches due to a recent surgery yesterday.
Yeah.
So just a little background about us. This is pretty much what our first video is going to be, just an introduction. We're a mom and daughter team, obviously. We are very much beginner, intermediate reptile people, just getting into the breeding. Started about 4 or 5 years ago. Bella got wrapped up into
3?
More than that, 4. Doesn't matter.
I'm going to 8th grade, Mom.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Mom and dog dream. Don't bother. Don't worry. Anyways, so Bella got hooked up onto Emily and Ed from Snake Discovery. Thanks, Emily and Ed. And about 3, 4, whatever years later, and $1,000 later, we have several reptiles. We fell in love with the hobby. There's a cat. And now we decided we have some bumps in the road, and we just wanted to introduce everybody to, there's things getting into this hobby that you want to really watch for. So we just want to go over, some of the stuff that we have seen and come across, and just, everything a little bit about the hobby, the reptiles. We're going to start breeding. Well, we just started breeding this year with our leopard geckos, and, how things that we have learned around the way, because there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of information out there, and everything is not true.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a lot of a learning curve. So that's kind of what our channel is. And to show, just because you're a breeder doesn't mean that you have to have a factory. They're still our pets. So we're just going to introduce our animals.
Yep.
Our very first one, she actually just came out.
She is very excited right now.
And she is a mommy to a
beautiful leopard
gecko. So
she's a beautiful girl. Hi, brilliant girl.
She laid for us. She's what, 2 or 3 now?
3. She just turned 3.
She did.
Why are you being
4 clutches and then a slug.
Yeah. Why are you being so
unfortunately only 1 survived.
Yeah, Daddy was still pretty young, and he is glaring at us right now.
He's so cute. Which, in another video, we'll go over some of the things we learned from our breeding. But this is just an intro to our animals. Our next one, if you want to put Freedom away. This is Thorn. He is the daddy of our clutches. He's pretty young. We just got him. We actually, shout out to J5 Geckos.
Yeah, if you guys are in the Capital District area, go check out him.
Of New York.
Of Newark, yeah. Go check him out. He's great.
So he has amazing geckos that we've been using, and has a lot of knowledge. He's been in the business for a long time, so we use his geckos a lot. But he is telling everybody his.
Yeah. So Thorn here is an eclipse, and he is het tremper. So tremper is one of the 3 types of albinism in leopard geckos. The other 2 being rainwater albino and bell albino. The 3, you really shouldn't crossbreed them. It really just muddies up the water, and you don't really know what's what. But far as I know, it's just a few different lines, but hi. Wow.
When we first got him, he was very skittish. Did not like to eat near us.
Along with the very pitch black eyes, as you can very much see on him. The pitch black eyes kind of vary. A lot of them end up with these pied markings, which you can see much on his nose and on the rest of his body. Yeah.
But when we first got him, we had him only in a 10-gallon, because that's
what we had on hand. And
yeah, there was we literally love this one, so we picked him up at an expo. After we got him into this terrarium, he flourished. So that goes to show that, the bigger the terrarium, the better for the animal. Don't just go with the minimum, because he is thriving in this.
He went from being petrified of us, didn't want to eat, didn't want to do anything.
He was very thin, and now he's
being a very big boy.
And he's just a year now, about.
No, he turned 1 in May.
Yeah,
I have to look at his care card again.
I don't know what's on my finger. But he's a good boy. As soon as he hears us, and if people say, oh, reptiles don't have personality, this one absolutely does. He hears our voice and he comes out of his cave. So he's a good boy. Our second reptile.
So this is my one of my males. Moran. So this is Fox.
I don't know if you can see him with the camera.
I'm just gonna try to take him out.
So Fox, we got. He was our first dragon. We were told she was 6 months old. It was a female. Recently, we realized it was a male.
Very much a male.
Very
Yeah.
male.
He's okay with handling. Not as good as our other animals. But he's okay. He's a good boy.
He likes to eat.
He
is. Our couple of our bearded dragons are a little overweight right now.
Yeah, we have 2 slightly overweight ones and then 2 underweight ones.
Which we'll go over that. Yeah. And he is one that we'll go over as well. We got him from an expo, and issues that we didn't see when we first got him. He's a healthy boy. Just little things that I wish we knew ahead of time that we learned throughout. So that's one of the main reasons why we're doing this channel, is to help people not have the issues that we went through. So, but this is Fox.
Previously known as Phoenix when we thought he was a girl.
But he's a beautiful citrus blue bar.
Yep. And he might be hypo. We're almost positive he's hypo. Not 100% sure on that. But, yeah, other than that, he's a relatively good boy he's the only dragon who eats his grains right out of our hands. Yeah, you want to go back? Yeah, you don't like handling much. Okay. And then we have...
And this is Terrarium. We have to do a little cleanup and add some more substrate because we ran out. But we're still in the process of doing
Sarge,
stuff.
I know what you're thinking.
This is Sarge. Hopefully you guys see him.
He's a good boy.
All right. Sarge will actually go into this terrarium quite often.
Oh, yeah.
This is Norbert. This is my baby. And I really advise people from my experience with him. We got him, he was about 2 months old. Yeah. And I probably will always get babies from now on.
Dude, you just got a bath today.
Oh, yeah, we just gave him a bath. He's dirty again.
He's usually a very, very deep red color, but he's kind of been in a
Sarge
brumation. That's why I'm not really going to take him out right now. But he's usually, when he's not filthy, he's a very, very deep red. He is a hypo leatherback tiger.
We think, when we got him, they told us that he was a hypo red. Actually, just take him out, Boo. As he was growing, we noticed that his scales were not as big as the rest of the reptiles. So we believe he's actually
a leatherback.
Which, when we breed him, he will prove that out.
Yeah, if it's just random kind of scale thing, or if he's really a very, very special boy, more special than
the leatherback is a dominant trait. So
yes,
he's a good boy. He's one of our, like I said, he's kind of fat. He's kind of lazy.
Yeah, he's very good with handling, unlike his brother Fox, quote unquote brother, adopted brother. I don't know.
It doesn't matter. But yeah,
we have a big family. I still can't understand that kind of stuff.
He's a good boy.
Yep.
He's really red one. Sarge.
Don't worry, guys. All our animals are very adapted to our cats.
We have 2 cats, and there's someone who likes to go in and visit.
Dude.
And he is only about 9 months old, so he still has a lot of growing to do. He's gonna be a big boy.
Oh yeah,
he's good. Do not go into that terrarium. Okay, so
here.
we're gonna pause here, and we're gonna head upstairs to our newer animals. Okay. So this is Onyx. She's one that we got from the expo. She's a very sweet reptile. But she's another story we'll talk to you guys about really paying attention. Don't just be looking at the reptile and be like, oh my god, I love her, she's so beautiful, like we did. There's another beard in the background. But I'll go over her. She is one that we're trying to get some muscle tone on, which we'll explain in another time. But she is a red hypo trans.
Possible het zero.
Possible het zero. She, we hope, will make some beautiful babies with Norbert. Just because of their awesome genetics.
And just coloration.
The coloration. And she's just a sweetheart. She loves to run.
Oh, yeah.
But she's just a sweetheart. When we take her in the car, she does not like to be in her box. She likes to jump out and look out the window on your shoulder. She's a good girl.
Yes.
So we'll move on to.
Okay, so this is Apollo. Apollo was a rescue really recently given to us.
About a week ago.
Yeah, about a week ago. As you can see, he's a very sweet boy. He is very, very dark beard right now. But I think it's also just part of his coloring.
No, he's just attitude, but sweet.
Yeah. Kind of always grumpy, but also really sweet at the same time.
So I got him for one of my employees at work. Someone that they knew unfortunately couldn't take care of anymore. When we got him, this ended up being a rescue. He was in a 4-foot terrarium, which was great, but it was only 1 foot wide. So he ended up having a crimped tail.
It's kind of actually gotten a lot better.
He was very dehydrated when we got him. She was only feeding him some greens, but dried bugs, which is, in my eyes, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what's right and wrong, but they don't typically drink water. And this is also coming from one of the vets too. They get a lot of their water source actually from the bugs and from the vegetables. So if they're not getting real bugs, they're not going to be doing their hunting, which gives them a lot of exercise. They're not going to get a big part of the water source. So he actually, when we gave him a bath when he got to us, he drank and drank and drank and drank, which I've never seen any of our beardies do that.
Yeah.
But he's doing really awesome now, just after a week. He's a good boy.
Yeah, probably the nicest dragon we have. And also another thing about the dried bugs, they don't have any nutritional value.
No nutritional value.
Because drying them basically is roasting them, and when you do that, basically sucks all the nutrition out of them.
Yep.
Freeze drying would be better. That leaves some of the moisture content and just leaves some of the nutrition as well.
But he is just a normal wild type. He was actually a pastor. I'm not sure what pastor. I'm probably not going to ever tell you what pastor. But he's beautiful. Like, people say, oh, it's just a wild type. They're beautiful in the way they are. He's just absolutely gorgeous. He really doesn't have much for pattern. It's just he is really light. You can't really probably see it on the camera, but he's like light tans, like creamy color. Like, he's just really absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, his face is very yellow. You might actually be able to pick some of it on the camera. I don't think the camera does it justice.
Now go to the other side of him. There it is. There. He has a lot of yellow on his face. It's really beautiful.
Yeah, still doesn't really do it justice much, but
no, but he's a good boy. So we lucked out. He's in good hands. For the lady that we picked up, if you ever see this, he is a good boy. We're taking good care of him. He's just a pet.
Yep.
We might do a breeding project once in a while with him, but he's a good pet.
Yeah, in the future, I'm hoping to run some sort of program where I can really teach people about these kind of animals. And he will definitely be joining me in those because he is so sweet, and I think he'd be really good with kids.
Yep.
All right, so this is Sunny. Sunny is the daughter of Freedom and Thorn. Well, hopefully daughter. She was
temp sex, so we don't know 100%. She's only 2 months, 3 months old?
3 months.
3 months?
Like, she was born May 28th.
Around Memorial Day.
Yeah, Memorial Day weekend, actually. Yeah, so funny story, she was actually born during our Memorial Day party, which is always exciting. But, so yeah, she is
our first and only baby so far with our breeding projects.
Yep. So genetic-wise, she is just normal. She might end up being a bit tangerine, but blood like her mother. She
Possible eclipse.
Nope, she is head eclipse because her father is visual.
Right, no, but like we're...
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes her pupils are big.
I'm thinking she's just a normal.
Yeah, sometimes they're big, but I don't think they are. So she's definitely het.
Yeah. So eclipse is a recessive trait, which means you need 2 copies of the allele in order to make a visual. Her father is a visual eclipse, like I said before. So she is 100% het eclipse.
And mom is a het.
And mom is het tremper albino, which she is also het tremper. So she is 66% possible het for it. So she could carry it, she could not carry it. Most likely will carry it, but...
We're hoping.
Yeah, we're hoping.
But we've been handling her since birth about every day.
Yep.
So she's doing really well with that.
Very good eater.
She's a great eater.
Don't you?
But yeah, so that's our first baby. We are keeping her. We're not giving her up because she's kind of special. To be our very first baby in our breeding projects.
Her egg was also laid the day before my birthday. All right, so this is Sora. Sora is a crested gecko. She's a full pinstripe, very pretty, very simple. Uh, Probably she's super good with handling, even as a baby. Still has that tail.
She's still a baby.
Yeah, she's still a baby.
She's gonna get a lot bigger.
Oh yeah, she'll probably get about 14 centimeters.
Anyways,
Maybe not.
they're about the same size as a leopard gecko.
Yeah, I'd say that. A bit more, I guess.
Thick.
Bit thick. Yeah.
More thick.
I was gonna say more muscle to them. So these guys actually jump. She might not. She actually doesn't jump a ton.
She does.
No,
The
she
thing I love
doesn't.
about the crested geckos is they actually have eyelashes.
Yeah. So they actually, crested geckos have two different names. Two common names. One being crested gecko and the other one being the eyelash gecko.
We can get her on the camera.
You can
Show it. Come on, focus.
focus camera.
Come on. Oh. Come on.
My camera's gonna say no.
There. Oh, maybe. You kind of can see it.
My hand's a little too shaky.
But she's gorgeous. The camera does not do her justice.
She's very pretty. Very, nothing. Actually, that's in her enclosure back there.
She just went into that. She
Yep.
grew up. She is a expo baby as well, and nothing wrong with this one.
Nope.
She was just good breeders. That's one thing you gotta know is make sure you have a good breeder. But we'll
You
go
can do
into
it.
that more in detail in later videos.
You gonna jump? You gonna do it? Come on. Okay. Well, we're not gonna jump for you guys.
All right.
You're sweet.
We have one more reptile to go through.
Alrighty. So this is Indiana, also known as Indy. She is a Mojave Orange Ghost ball python. Very sweet girl. She is about 2? No.
About 2.
2?
About 2 years old. We got her when she was about
3 months, I think.
3-6 months from another show. Again, she's another one that we will go over with some of the issues we had with her.
Yeah, we did not have very good luck with breeders.
Lessons learned,
Many.
which we have many, being brand new beginners trying to get into the hobby really early.
Yep.
Too quick. But
Definitely too quick.
we learned a lot. This is why we're doing this.
Uh-huh.
And she's a sweet girl.
She's very sweet.
She's amazing. People that are afraid of snakes, they just need to hold them and realize that I have been bit by my dog and my cats 100% more than I've been bit by her.
Yeah, I'd much rather be bitten by a snake than our dog and cats.
Even the leopard gecko has bitten me.
Oh yeah, I think,
All of the no, not all of them. But anyways,
No.
the snakes are actually really, really sweet.
really easy too.
Very easy to have as pets.
She
At
gets,
least the ball pythons.
Yes.
Our next project, which we'll be going down to Tinley for.
Tinley NRBC.
Yes, it's my birthday. It's my birthday weekend, so we are splurging. We have VIP tickets. We're really excited. It's
Yes.
gonna be a long trip. It's gonna be a long drive, but it's gonna be worth it. We're gonna be hopefully getting into hog noses.
Yes.
We love the hobby. It's
Yep.
really interesting. The more and more we get into it, and the reptiles, they're this puppy, I love her dearly, but I'll take on another reptile any day.
Yeah.
They're so much easier. Yeah.
Disclaimer, even though we're saying they're so easy, they have become a part of our lives, and that's why they are so easy. Do not rush into this like we did. Lessons learned. Do your research. Do not just buy a leopard gecko willy-nilly. Do your research. We did do our research personally. We still rushed into it. It was kind of on a whim. My father was actually overseas at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
That
a
was
rough conversation.
He was not very happy, but
But now he loves her, so it's fine.
he does love the reptiles, and he is.
He wants acumatters, which we most likely will get in the future. Yeah, so we're probably going to end up with a lot of animals in the future, so...
That's why we have a reptile room. That
Yeah.
is probably one of many.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is our project. We'll get a lot more videos up for you guys. It probably will be slow moving on, but we really want to just like let you all know what we have been through. So hopefully you all won't go through the same thing, and just so you can see our brooding projects, which we're hoping to be very exciting,
Yes.
and all the other reptiles that we get along the way.
All right. Signing off. See ya!